Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Global FX YouTube page. Hope everybody is having a great weekend. Over here in Arizona, it is Sunday at about 6:15, and I just wanted to tap in here now that I've updated people on my Instagram. What actually has taken place over the last 30 days? Now, before I get into that, I do want to come back here and say thank you for all the love and support on the last video. I'm glad you guys found some value in the authenticity and just the realness of what it means to be a Forex trader. Because, at the end of the day, it's never just a highlight reel of all the wins. I feel like it's very important if you have people watching you on a platform trying to learn a skill. It's really important to show, the ins and outs, the wins and losses of what you're trying to learn. So I'm glad you guys found some value in that. Now, let's get into it. Now, I told y'all, per the last video, I feel like I'm writing an email. Per the last video, I told you I would bounce back. I just won another FTMO challenge. This would be my third one. I now have access to another $100,000. And because I didn't show you my dashboard last time, I think it'd only be right to show you where I lost the two FTMO accounts. So here are the FTMO accounts right here. As you can see, here's one that had a $100,000 balance, and then here's the other one that had a $100,000 balance. And then prior to that, my first 2 months were very successful, had $7,200 in profit, and then after that had $28,000 in profit, being a 70% split, 70% going towards me, and then 30% being paid back to the FTMO company. And then those are the L's. So now here we are. We now have another account, and I owe all of that really just to patience, man. At the end of the day, I mentioned this on my last video that everybody's gonna have shit going on in their lives that could possibly be a distraction, or even cause you to trade with haste, and you're not really being patient, and you're not following your disciplines when it comes to proper risk management, looking for your multiple confirmations before entry into the market. You're not following these things because there are things on the external of trading that are causing your focus to go astray. I was able to relock in and get shit done, man, and I owe that to my patience. I owe that to my simplified strategy on how to day trade. And just to give you an idea of what exactly I did to pass the challenge, let's go ahead and take a look at the verification. So the verification I passed, there's that, and then here's the phase one of the challenge. So let's go ahead and tap in here. It took me, I want to say 16 days, if I remember correctly, to wrap this one up. Yeah, so it took me 16 days to get that accomplished. I hit $10,000. I made sure that I didn't exceed my daily loss of $5,000, and then obviously I didn't exceed the $10,000 negative price point as well. So another cool thing about this website as well, it doesn't matter where you are. If you just scroll down here to the time zone converter, when it comes to the daily loss limit, it's very important to make sure you know when your daily loss limit will reset back to zero. And for me, it expires at 3 o'clock my time. And then, once that happens, and then you can go back to your regular schedule of trading. You know what I mean? I was in a deficit of $2,300 at one point in a single day, but I waited till 3 o'clock hit, reset back to zero, and then I was back on my regular schedule. So let's see. Another one of the subscribers actually asked me what my favorite pairs were to trade. To answer your question, those are USD CAD. For those who didn't see that, USD CAD, GBP AUD, and then I also have a couple of other favorites. I have EJ, Euro Japan, and then Euro New Zealand as well for my favorite pairs to trade with at this moment. I just really like the way that they move when it comes to price action and being able to locate supply and demand is very important and is actually a key component of where I locate my entries. And for those of you guys who decide to join the online academy for GlobalCap, you'll actually get the full breakdown of how I look at the chart, how I break it down, and how I get into the market and hold in. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the verification. I actually passed the verification in 2 days. So let's go ahead, go to the metrics. So the minimum requirement for days traded is 10 days, but let's go ahead and take a look at my stats. So my average profit was $597. My average loss per trade was $88. My average risk to reward, as you can see, is almost a 7-to-1. So if I'm risking $1,000 in one trade, my potential for reward is almost $7,000. My win rate was 36%. This is actually it's subject to discretion because again, I passed this thing in 2 days. So I had a deficit here when I first started of about 1,400 bucks, 1,500 bucks. And then I had a whole bunch of trades that took place on the 19th of August that allowed me to pass on the third day. Yeah, so the third day. And because the minimum requirement is 10 days, I had to put in these small trades right here, 0.02, 0.01, 0.01, in order to equal 10 days of trading. But if these weren't here, my win rate would probably be closer to, 45, 50%. So I'm taking that into consideration. I'm really proud of this risk to reward management that I had during the verification stage. That means that I really stuck to my disciplines. I stuck to my risk to reward management, and I waited for the market to show me what I wanted to see before I got into the market. And that's what I teach you as well in the course. It's really 90% mental and 10% technical and fundamental. So let's see. Let's take a look at a quick trade here. So on this trade here, as you can see, there were a lot of these trades right here. I got in roughly around the same time, give or take a couple of pips. So you had 0.07 and you had 14. So this is 7 pips difference. So one of the things that I like to do is if I know that the market is going to end up going in my favor, volume starts picking up and price starts going in the direction I want, I'll start stacking trades. And the way that I ensure that I maintain proper risk to reward management is if for some reason after I start stacking trades, price starts to give me drawdown again. If I end up getting negative 1% or negative 1.5% overall on all of my trades, I'll just get out of all of them and then start over square one. It's better to lose, 1% than to lose 5% because you decided to stack your trades. Make sense? So I got in 1.2607. So let's take a look. So if we go back, this is roughly where I got in here. $1.2607. So I got in roughly at this red line right here. I talked to you about, price action, support and resistance, supply and demand, understanding the trend, which way is the trend going. I really just lock in on those few things. And again, it's really just about keeping it simple and then locking in on the mental game, the psychological part of trading, and you'll be profitable in no time as long as you stick to your guns. You stick to your disciplines. That's where people really lack, is the psychological and mental part of it, and then also being objective when you're trading. A lot of people are subjective to when they're trading a lot. And what I mean by that is, let's say for example, you encounter a dog at a young age, and the first dog that you've ever seen, and that dog bites you, right? And then let's say, a year down the road, you encounter another dog, but this dog had nothing but great intentions, just wanted to play with you. But because of that first dog, you automatically get defensive, you get paranoid, and you're like, all right, nah, let me back away from this dog, even though that dog was not like the first dog at all. So when it comes to trading and foreign exchange, it goes the exact same way. So if you're in a trade, you do your technical analysis, and because you've had success with this technical analysis, you're in the trade. Let's say you're going on a buy, and for some reason the market starts going in a downward motion, and all of the stars are aligning and showing you that it's actually going short. It's going down. But because you're so subjective and locked into your prior experiences with the market, you're so convinced that this thing is going to turn back around and go up. That's what being subjective means in the market. But if you're objective and you're open to seeing what the market is showing you, then that's when you're able to really maximize your risk to reward potentiality. So yeah, guys, there was my sniper entry. Once saw it, like I saw it doing this. I saw it literally go up like this, and then gave me a nice little drawdown, and then I think I got in at 7 pips later, right? So 126.14. I got in here after I saw this nice little spike down. I was like, okay, that's money. And then all of a sudden, the rest is history. Making the profit, we're done in 3 days. There are a lot of people out there that obviously have their own methodologies of day trading, and in my personal opinion, there are people that are just making it very complicated, and too it's just too much, man. Like, all respect to the people out there making money with it, but if you're using 10 indicators on a chart, RSI, fib retracement, trend lines, the MXD, yeah, you have all these different indicators on the chart. In my personal opinion, it's too much noise. And if you're somebody who's watching this right now, and you're somebody who feels like they can be a little bit more profitable, or maybe you're not profitable at all, and you need to find a way to really solidify your trading strategy and solidify your mental game as well, I highly suggest you taking a look at the link that I have down in the description for my online training course. It's called the FTMO. FTMO. It's called the GlobalCap FX Online Academy, and it consists of over 2 hours of everything, from the basics, intermediate, to the more advanced. But at the end of the day, those advanced things are really just me taking the basics and fundamentals of what it means to be a day trader, and then just really mastering those things so that when you're going into the market, you enter it with confidence. So if you have an interest in that, the link's below. If you are unable to, invest in it and make the purchase on the online course, not quite yet, and you're going to work towards saving up and getting that thing, getting into the community, then please, by all means, follow me on all of my platforms, Instagram, YouTube, obviously. I'll put up my Facebook, but I don't really go on there that much. And yeah, let's just stay connected. All right, so just to wrap this up, I wanted to just kind of give you guys where I expect to be in the next month. Over this next month, aside from handling the business with my new FTMO account, I also need to put together some agreements that could potentially be that could be underway here pretty soon, within the next 1 to 2 months, that will have partnerships with other companies and other businesses that will increase the services and the quality of services that we would be giving you. One of those things would be increasing and bettering your credit score. Aside from, day trading and learning how to invest, yes, Forex is one aspect of it, but there are so many other different facets of learning how to invest and diversifying your portfolio to where, if one thing isn't going so well, you have two or three other things that are still making you money on the side. So keep an eye out for those as well. I'm going to do the best I can to post another video, give you guys some updates on my FTMO journey with the new account over the next month. But please go ahead and follow me on all the social platforms that I have down here below in the description. And if you guys have any questions, send me the question, and then also send me where you're sending the question from. It was actually pretty cool. My last video, I wasn't expecting somebody from Brazil to find my video and give me praises on just the authenticity and the realism that I put on the video. So that was pretty cool. I actually had some people from the East Coast. I think I had somebody from Ohio as well. So yeah, just let me know where you're from when you ask the question. And thank you guys. I appreciate the love, and I will see you on the next video. See you later.